Hey guys, I'm here with my 2013-2014 NFL prediction. Hey, alright, we got the NFC East. I have the Giants winning it, going 10-6. I just think they're the most complete team in the division. I was going to pick the Redskins, but after finding out RG3 is not playing in any of the preseason, I'm going to stay away from picking the Redskins because you just never know how someone's going to come back from an injury like that. And the Redskins' first couple games is hard. They play the Packers, the Lions. So I'm just going to stay away from that. The Cowboys at third at 9-7. I don't know. Every season people pick the Cowboys to win. I don't understand it. The Cowboys are a bad team. Tony Romo is an inconsistent quarterback. He can never get it done in the big game. And their last three games, they got the Packers, the Redskins, and the Eagles. Not easy games. The Cowboys are going to do nothing. And then the Eagles in fourth at 7-9. They're a decent team, but too many questions at the quarterback position. For me to pick them. We don't know who's going to start. Is it going to be Vic or Foles? Just too big of a question mark to pick them. Now we got the NFC South. I have the Falcons at first and 12-4. For all my predictions, I'm not going to give anybody 14 or 15 wins. It's just so hard to do in the NFL. So I have the Falcons going 12-4. Two, the Saints at 10-6. The Saints were hurt last year by all the suspensions. I think they'll get back to playing better football this year with all that being put behind them. So that's right with them. Then three, the Bucs at 7-9. The Bucs are heading the right direction. They got Darrelle Revis, who's a shutdown corner. That's going to help their defense tremendously. And they got Lawrence Hines, who's a great veteran kicker who got the Giants to 2 Super Bowls. Then the Panthers, I have it 6-10 in last place. Cam Newton had a big down year last year. I look for him to improve a little bit, but honestly, the Panthers just have no support around Cam Newton. He's not going to be able to do it all himself. So I have the Panthers in fourth place at 6-10, and this is how I see the NFC South winding up this year. Now in the NFC West, I have the 49ers in first and 12-4. This was a tough pick between the 49ers and Seahawks to take this division. They're both fantastic teams, but ultimately for me it came down to the Percy Harvin injury, and he'll be out for probably 3 or 4 months for the Seahawks, which I think is going to hurt them tremendously, but Russell Wilson is a good quarterback, but I have to give the 49ers the edge because of that injury. So I have the 49ers at first at 12-4, the Seahawks second 11-5. Then third place I have the Cardinals. The Cardinals made a huge move getting Carson Palmer. They now know who their quarterback is instead of last year, which was a disaster. The Cardinals also have a great defense, and then I have the Rams in fourth at 5-11. Sam Bradford is still trying to prove he could be an NFL quarterback. Unfortunately, he doesn't have much around him. So hopefully within the next few years, the Rams are still rebuilding and can put a winning team on the field to help Bradford. Now we have the NFC North. I have the Packers in first at 11-5. I'm not prepared to give them 14 or 15 wins either. They still have some question marks on their defense. I have the Vikings at second at 9-7. They did great things this offseason to help Christian Ponder out. They went out and got Greg Jennings. That's also going to help Adrian Peterson out a lot because it's going to take some of the workload off of him, which I think is going to help him in the end. Then the Bears at third at 8-8. Jay Cutler is an inconsistent quarterback, and losing Brian Urlacher to retirement is going to hurt their defense. The Lions at fourth and 7-9. Everybody knows about the Lions. They throw the ball. Teams make adjustments. They're going to be ready for that. They did go out and get Reggie Bush, but with Bush's age, I'm not sure he's going to make that much of a difference. I think the Lions are going to start rebuilding. They have a good D-line, and they got to improve on that. And hopefully they can contend in a few years. Moving over to the AFC East, I have the Patriots in first at 12-4. They, I think, are going to run away at this division. Tom Brady did lose 6 of his 7 most valuable wide receivers, but he's still Tom Brady and by far the best quarterback in this division. Second place, the Dolphins at 8-8. They're definitely heading in the right direction. They picked up Mike Wallace this offseason, and he's definitely going to help out Tannehill. He's one of the fastest wide receivers in the NFL. Third, the Bills, who are also heading in the right direction. They got a lot of good young players there, but I still think a few years of contending with Tom Brady in that division. And then fourth, the Jets. They're a mess. We don't even know who the quarterback is. Geno Smith is out of shape, and Mark Sanchez couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. That's just a complete mess at the quarterback position. Rex Ryan, I think he's a terrible coach. I don't know why he's still coaching. With all the attention he brings to the Jets, negative attention too, because the Jets are going to be awful. They have a lot of injuries. I think they need to just completely wipe out and just start rebuilding for the future. Maybe 4 or 5 years they can contend again. Now we have the AFC South. I have actually the Colts finishing in first place at 10-6. Andrew Luck looks like he's going to turn out to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I have the Texans finishing in second because the Texans have a lot of injury-prone players like Matt Schaub, Andre Johnson, Foster are all injury-prone. And I just think that the Colts are ready to take over this division. Titans at third at 5-11. There's not much to say about them. They're still years away from contending again. And then in fourth, the Jaguars at 4-12. 4 wins might be a little nice for the Jaguars because they're a mess, but hopefully they can continue their rebuilding process and return to the form that they were in 6 or 7 years ago when they were a playoff team, because that franchise is just not heading in the right direction right now. So it's kind of sad to see which way the Jaguars are going. Anyway, we have the AFC North. I have the Steelers at first at 11-5. I just think they're the most complete team in this division right now. Their defense is great. Roethlisberger's a warrior back there. I have the Bengals in second at 10-6. Bengals and Ravens I both have going 10-6. I have the Bengals just edging out, finishing in second place. I just think the Ravens lost too much on defense and their leadership to do what they did last year. And the Bengals are a great young team. They have a good defense. A.J. Green is going to do big things next year. Andy Dalton's turning into a solid quarterback. So I just think that's how it's going to play out. And then at fourth, I have the Browns at 7-9. The Browns are definitely heading in the right direction. Trent Richardson looks like he's going to be a great running back. I just don't think Brandon Weeden is the answer at quarterback. Remember, it's only going to be his second year, but he's like 28 or something like that. He's pretty old. I think if they found a solid quarterback through trades or free agency, that this team will definitely be able to take the next step in becoming a playoff team. But I have them sitting at 7-9 right now in a division that is losing some of the power it's had in the last few seasons. And finally, we have the AFC West. I think the Broncos are going to run away with this division. I predict them to go 13-3. I predict them to have the best record in the NFL, not necessarily be the best team in the NFL. They're definitely top 3, but just playing in this division, I think they should easily get to 12 or 13 wins as long as they don't have any big injuries. To the Chiefs at 8-8, they now have a quarterback in Alex Smith. He's an okay quarterback. I think he's good enough to get them 7 or 8 wins maybe. Jamal Charles looks like he's returning to his old form, so that's where I see them. I also have the Chargers at 8-8. Phillip Rivers, also a decent quarterback. He throws too many interceptions. And playing in this division, I think they are not as good of a team as 8-8, but they should get it. And then the Raiders at 5-11. The Raiders are also a mess, and they're rebuilding as of now also. All right, well, those are my predictions for the upcoming season. It's still early. I'll probably make another video in about a month, but thanks for watching. I'm just getting this channel started, and I know these videos are really popular, so please subscribe. I'll subscribe back, and please leave your comments below whether you either agree or disagree. If you disagree, just leave what you would have done, and that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching again. Leave comments, subscribe, I'll subscribe back, and it should definitely be a fun season coming up.